Earning a living from the Oklahoma soil has never been an easy task. Through generations, it has required a special kind of people to undertake the challenge of growing food for a hungry world. While Mother Nature presents her own challenges for our state's agrarians, in the early 20th century, new challenges arose that created further hurdles for farmers and ranchers as they carried out their charge. Oklahoma Farm Bureau's roots began in the 1930s. Oklahoman Clarence Roberts pushed for the creation of an Oklahoma farm organization that would affiliate with the American Farm Bureau Federation, which had been formed in 1919. Roberts led a delegation of observers to the 1938 American Farm Bureau annual meeting to inspire Oklahoma farmers and ranchers to take up the cause to create a new farm organization. Roberts' vision became reality in November 1942, when 45 delegates from 15 Oklahoma counties came together to form Oklahoma Farm Bureau at the Huckins Hotel in Oklahoma City. Resulting from that first meeting, a board was selected, a constitution and bylaws were drafted, and John I. Taylor was chosen as the first president of Oklahoma Farm Bureau, serving alongside 6 other board members from across the state. Oklahoma Farm Bureau delegates adopted the organization's first resolutions in 1943. The foundation was laid for an organization that would focus on providing rural Oklahomans with an environment in which they could flourish. The early years of Oklahoma Farm Bureau saw the organization's leaders spreading the word about Farm Bureau to their neighbors as membership grew. Programs such as the Associated Women of Oklahoma Farm Bureau and Junior Farm Bureau opened the doors to agriculturalists of all types to take part in building Farm Bureau and helping rural Oklahoma. To further serve the needs of Farm Bureau members by providing rural Oklahomans with insurance options, Oklahoma Farm Bureau signed a contract with Kansas Farm Bureau Insurance in 1943. 3 years later, in 1946, the Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company was formed, and a charter policy campaign launched with 90 agents in 30 counties, writing an average of 200 policies per month. As Oklahoma Farm Bureau grew into the 1950s, county farm bureaus developed a myriad of programs to help their members and rural communities grow. Pontotoc County created a demonstration farm to showcase new farming methods. Blaine County provided funds for a soil testing laboratory. County farm bureaus in western Oklahoma held this Meet the Candidate Forum, hosting candidates for Congress. Oklahoma Farm Bureau itself underwent several transitions. In 1952, 2 new Farm Bureau districts were created, giving the organization 9 total districts, and 2 new board members were added to represent those districts. In 1954, the organization held a grand opening for a new Oklahoma Farm Bureau building, providing a permanent home for both the growing organization and the insurance company. The organization continued to build programs to provide services and increase engagement for Farm Bureau members and Oklahoma residents. Oklahoma Farm Bureau introduced the Boatmobile in 1952 to rally citizens to register to vote and be engaged in elections. A safety service was launched in 1962, allowing members to buy safety devices for emergency needs at county Farm Bureau offices. And in 1964, the Safe Mark program began as a tire and battery service, opening the doors for Farm Bureau members to purchase needed farm supplies at a discount. Oklahoma Farm Bureau celebrated its 25th anniversary in 1967 with more than 50,000 members. By the 1970s, Oklahoma Farm Bureau members had harnessed the power of speaking as one voice for agriculture. A longtime public policy effort of Farm Bureau, a blanket exemption of farm inputs from sales taxes, was finally realized in 1978, capping a 35-year-long effort. Farm Bureau began its reward sign program in 1974, offering $500 rewards for information on crimes committed on Farm Bureau members' property where the signs were posted. Also in 1974, Farm Bureau kicked off a program to encourage members and others to purchase gift certificates redeemable for beef, pork, lamb, or poultry at participating grocery stores. The 1980s saw a string of legislative victories for Oklahoma Farm Bureau, including estate tax exemption changes, water resources development, and strengthening litter and trespass laws. During the decade, plans were made to boost agricultural literacy, as the Oklahoma Agriculture in the Classroom program was discussed and organized. The Oklahoma Farm Bureau Women's Organization, along with staff, provided insight and resources to get the program ready to reach school-age children with agricultural lessons. The 1990s brought with it milestones for Oklahoma Farm Bureau as the organization focused on member benefits and programs, free trade, and tax reform. Farm Bureau championed the North American Free Trade Agreement, focusing on its positive impact for agriculture. The organization also fought for ad valorem tax reform to help remove burdensome property taxes from farmers and ranchers. Membership reached 100,000 for the first time in 1993. To build services and benefits, the Oklahoma Farm Bureau Young Farmers and Ranchers began holding livestock judging and speech contests. Farm Bureau Safety Services added a fire safety trailer to their curriculum. County Farm Bureaus also grew, utilizing programs from the home office to renovate and build new facilities. At the turn of the century, Oklahoma Farm Bureau began advocating for agriculture in new ways through new programs. A legal foundation was started in 2001, created to represent farmers, ranchers, and Oklahoma agricultural interests in the courtroom. The OK Ag Fund Political Action Committee was established in 2002 to support candidates for state office, with Farm Bureau members choosing whom to support. And in 2011, the Oklahoma Farming and Ranching Foundation was born, designed to connect consumers with accurate agricultural information while supporting farming and ranching. National efforts provided a voice for Oklahoma agriculture, ensuring protections for farmers and ranchers from governmental overreach and overregulation. In Oklahoma, sustained legislative efforts to protect agriculture from out-of-state interests and unfair taxation provided continued protections for farmers and ranchers growing food for a country and a world that is growing more and more removed from the farm and ranch. From the humble beginnings and efforts of a dedicated group of individuals through success around the state, nation, and beyond, Oklahoma Farm Bureau has spent the last 75 years preserving and protecting our rural way of life. And where our organization goes from here is in the hands of those who take on the challenge to earn a living growing food, fiber, and fuel in Oklahoma.